think? Straightforward, right? There's only one answer?
Sure.
Say it loud. Everybody say it loud. You can't mumble with me because I can't hear real well.
Yeah, wall-to-wall counseling.
That kind of thing's been found on since about a couple years ago. Don't do that anymore.
So in this case, which is more important, integrity or the mission?
You don't go with that situation also.
The mission will get done because obviously we need to
Yeah, they'll put some money in that spot.
yeah.
Mission's going to happen regardless.
Okay, so put somebody else in that spot. If it's taken her 3 months and she hasn't got her paperwork straight, what's the chances you can do it in 3 days?
Very slim.
It depends. If you have the same situation that she may have. I mean, you may have somebody
If you
who's
beat up your
qualified,
husband?
ready to go.
Yeah,
It
I
should
mean,
be-
if you've not done any of that, it may not be that big to get it in 3 days.
It should be as simple as, okay, full,
I could
we
do
have a hard talk. You need to sign this, or if you can't sign this, then you go talk to the first sheriff of Jag, why you can't.
Okay, let's.
Because we gotta get the situation, I have to go.
You're not presenting yet. Slow down. So, is there anything that could have happened ahead of time to prevent this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Throw some of it out.
It didn't even have to go 3 months.
No.
If you knew that so-and-so was deploying and you know what the qualifications are for you to deploy, then at point, at month number 1, okay, this is what we need. You better have it by next month. If you don't have it, there's paperwork, period. Point blank and simple.
Not like her.
It's true. It should have never gone past the 3-month mark. It should have stopped
Yeah.
at the latest the 2-month mark.
Okay, let's stop for just a second. And you're absolutely right. That is fantastic. How many of you guys in here have issued paperwork to people that work for you? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, now everybody's. How easy is that? Does that take very much time?
No,
Yeah, a lot.
no, it doesn't.
But it's not an easy
Time
thing
it
to
doesn't
do.
take.
It's easy. It's easy. Physically, it's an action. It
Yeah.
takes a few minutes to write out a piece of paperwork and say, yeah, this guy did this, he did
It's
whatever.
the rest of
But
it takes time.
mentally, to hand somebody a piece of paperwork, sit them down and tell them, this is what you did wrong. It's like nobody likes giving out paperwork. It's not fun.
But
Not non-sadistic people don't enjoy giving out paperwork.
It's not the writing it that takes a while.
Okay, that's all I want you to think about. I mean, are we giving out paperwork the first time our airman fails on anything?
No.
In some situations, maybe if it's serious enough. But in every situation, if they forgot a form, they live 4 hours away from the base, maybe you will, maybe you won't. It depends on what your feeling is, and that's very situational. That's your decision. But just something I want you to think about. So what else could have prevented it from happening?
If you were, since your supervisor is on you now, this might be the first time that he's ever heard of that she's refusing to bring in her paperwork. So maybe up to like just 2 months left, and you look at your boss and say, hey man, this girl's new to the point. She's got her work in it, her paperwork in it, and I've been telling her about it. She hasn't, bring it up to him so he can start handling things if she's not listening to you. But now he's being blindsided that, hey, guess what? This little girl's not employable. And it's the first time he's hearing about it. Now it's creating all these issues.
This is just a form, correct? Print it out, have her sign it right there in front of you, right now. And if you can't sign it, then that's where you have an issue.
All right. Let's, that's great. Thank you. Now I want you to send up.
She said she wanted to.
Oh, okay. If you guys want to just go through your solutions, all right? Real
Okay.
fast. What are you going to do? Because you don't want to deploy.
Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the airman aside and see what's going on, see if there's an issue. Because it could be more issue.
Don't look at me.
There could be an issue going on. It's a very personal issue, domestic violence issue going on. Maybe they're going to criminal procedures. They're trying to hide it because they're regular reservists. So they're trying to hide it. So you need to address the issue. You don't just go straight and attack them and criticize them. You need to see what's going on because obviously there's probably an underlying issue. Like they were saying, if it's been 3 months, she's refusing to sign it. If there's an integrity issue, she don't want to sign it because she knows she can't probably. So you need to make sure that is because that's the issue to sort out. And if there is issues like that, that's where he's talking about. Contact, you may want to talk to the first or JAG, maybe a chaplain or something, because we need to find out what's going on, why she ain't signing it. Because now we're not talking about deployment, we're talking about our resource and our person. So we need to get to the source, why she's not wanting to sign it, if we put her on the spot, because that's what we're going to have to do at that point. And then we talked about, we're talking about solutions. Yeah, and then we talk about if she just refuses to sign it because she doesn't want to deploy, because she don't want to leave her family, she just did the reserves to get her college education, that's it, use and abuses. She's still got to be deployable. That's our mission. Like they were saying, we're here to fight. So that's what we start talking about. Okay, we can go and kick you out. We can talk about stopping GI bills and stuff like that and getting them out, because she's not doing what the mission's here. And it's come down to where she's got to go. And we just talked about follow the chain of command to report this issue. That's what we talked about the JAG and the first sergeant and stuff. We might have to elevate it if we came to this fork in the road where she would not sign it. As far as we talked about solutions, as far as the marriage goes, as far as this, if the person deployed, as far as counseling, military one source, talked about with chaplains doing virtual, kind of maybe virtual one-on-one video counseling and stuff with the spouse if he had to go because of this issue.
Okay. You guys have any questions for them? I got a question for you. Hang on. So what about this jerk senior master sergeant? You conveniently left that out.
Well, he said use a chain of command to report to his boss.
Okay, all right. So you're saying,
Yeah, I looked at that. That was focused.
okay,
Team alpha.
okay, that's great. So what are you saying to him? You're just saying,
No, we would put him, we talked about, we would put him on, pretty much someone you could say not on notice, but like, look, man, it's an integrity issue. I'm not going to sign that because there could be underlying issues. And if I sign that, it could be a criminal act. It could be hazardous to people over deployed because we don't know what's going on, why she won't sign it. So we will not sign it. And so, and if we knew that was going on, we would go ahead and address it, take up chain of command, she was saying. Because if there is a mental or emotional or criminal issue going on with her, we don't want her to carry that over to deployment with other people with weapons in a combat situation.
absolutely. Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you. Who's going to go next? Bring it up, stick it right over the top. Or you can hold it up, whatever you need to do. You got double-sided, huh? You guys are motivated.
That's not it's not that much more than him. I'm just, I have huge spaces on the right slide where you need me, so.
You say she right there?
Not, you know, talking about him. If he was talking about that, he was like, I'm working on it.
I feel pretty good about myself, right?
Sexy.
Go ahead.
Well, we said that.
Again, you're reporting to the class, not to me.
Some of that Sergeant Gallagher, that the issues are that she refused to sign the paperwork, because it's more than her just not deciding she don't want to do it, or she might have forgot. When we told her multiple times, and now it's coming down to a 3-day limit, that's pretty much just refusal at that point. And then your supervisor, the senior master sergeant, he's recommending that you pencil with it. That's a big issue. And he also brings up the fact that she's a girl. I mean, what does that got to do with it? That's completely irrelevant. So that's just being sexist. And then now you're actually being threatened with an ultimatum. If you don't go against the rules, this is what's going to happen. So now you're being threatened with an ultimatum. And then with issues with your wife and stuff. So now you get your own family issues that are interfering with the work. So those are the main issues. The risk is manpower. You possibly be down a body. You also got potential issues with Gallagher that it could have caused if you did pencil whip it. It can be anything. This just happens to be the paperwork, but what if it's like an aircraft? You're signing off, saying that that's good, and that was good yesterday. So now we'll sign it off today. Just go ahead and sign it. When you're putting your signature down there, that's your word, and now you're putting down here this is good. What if this lady has issues and you sign her off, and then you down range, come to find out she's crazy, so she actually can't have a weapon down there. Now it's on you because you signed her off. So you don't want to sign off people and pencil with stuff. You need to have integrity, but that can cause serious issues down range. It also could bring great animosity if you have to deploy because she refused to, and now you come back, you got to work with this girl. What if the marriage ended up breaking up as a result of this? Now you're going to hold animosity toward this woman that she's supposed to be on your team, and I can't stand her now because she cost me my marriage, so on and so forth. Then you got the possibility of having to train someone new to cause further delays, because now you're going to be down a body, and the people that are back at home station that might not be trained with what you're doing, so now they're going to train more people. And then you got your senior master sergeant is negatively affecting morale. And so, he has to be aware this is going to cause a problem between you and her. and you really don't care. So that's really going to affect morale. And then you got your fear of reprisal that goes back to the ultimatum. You know, if I don't do this, and this is going to happen, then if your marriage does go under because of it, then that's going to negatively affect the mission. Because once you do go downrange, let's say that your marriage breaks up while you're down there, I mean, are you going to be good to fight this war now that you just went through a divorce and your wife's packing up her stuff as we speak, and but you're downrange now? You know, you're not going to be ready to fight even though you've got your paperwork. You're not going to be mentally there, and you're not going to be there, you know? And then we got our solutions. All right, and then we got our solutions is that you should counsel Gallagher and discipline if need be, because like my wife said, you don't know the issues that's going on with that like that, so you have the counsel first and find out what's going on, and if need be, issue discipline action. But that should have happened long before it became an issue. You know, we're stressing like deadlines and time management has really caused this issue here. And then if it's possible to get it done in that time, he's saying you got 3 days to do it. If it's possible to do it in 3 days, why don't we just, why can't she do it in 3 days? You know, if it's possible to do it in 3 days, you know, and so we can possibly put her on an RMP or orders or something to get her in here and get that done. And then you could also, we need to go through the chain of command and report anything if need be, like, you know, I definitely report that Senior Master Sergeant Peter putting that ultimatum on me, you know, I move the chain as much as I can, but right to his supervisor, and if need be, go and guide you. And also with the issues that you're having at home, maybe it'd be a good idea for you to talk to your first sergeant, your chaplain, and other sources, family support centers, and things like that can help you with any kind of issues you might be having. A lot of times they put together these family care packages and stuff when you go overseas, when you go to the desert to make sure your family's taken care of and stuff. So you want to check out your different resources that you have to make sure that everything's going to be okay where you're going.
You're not going to pass out, are you?
Take one breath the entire time. That's great job. Thanks. All right, some great points brought up. I'm going to try and hurry these next two groups along. I want you to share your solutions, but we're running a little short on time. I don't want to get too far behind. I don't want to be here until 7 o'clock. So you guys, why don't you come on up? And if you got something that another group's already touched on, we'll just real briefly highlight it. Just put it right over the top of them. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. All right. First of all, Staff Sergeant Gallagher did not bring her document for 3 UTAs. Like I said, I mean, never should have got to that point. Discipline, talk to her, find out what's going on before it went to 3 months. I mean, the risk, I mean, she did get domestic violence or anything like that. I mean, you give her a gun while she's deployed, I mean, who knows who she's going to shoot. So. All right, solutions, sit down with Gallagher, see, like I said, see what's going on even before it went to get to 3 days before the deployment. Chain of command, go over Moorhead's head. Yeah, talk to first shirt.
Teamwork.
Yeah. All right, prepare for deployment, because there's no way you're signing that document. If you sign that document, you have no integrity whatsoever. So, go to the source and be like, hey, you sign, I'm not signing. All right, Airmen's Defense Council and first shirt. And that's, I mean, if she does have something going on, you need to find out. So you need to find out what. If she did get in domestic violence charges and anything like that.
Awesome. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, we got one more, right? Don't fight over it.
Sorry,
Don't fight over it.
stepping up.
Try not to.
Oh, jeez. Get somebody else up there.
So I think at this point, we've all basically hit on the same thing. Like everybody said, 3 months, 3 UTAs without having this paperwork. That's big no, that should have been taken care of that second UTA. Other issues were being forced to sign it off. That's a threat, no matter who you are, no matter what it is, so that's definitely a situation itself. I'm saying that she's not prepared. She's a female. she's a cop, that's no reason why I should say she should be good to go. You know, you're still part of the group, you're still part of the unit. I'm not gonna tell you, he's a man, he's a cop, she's whatever. That's a big no-no, and like everybody said, go up the chain of command, you know, report it. Report the fact that you have a supervisor telling you to go ahead and sign her off when that's compromising your integrity. Report it up the chain of command that he's telling you, she can do anything. Do what you have to do. This is your life, your career, it's your truth. Protect yourself, protect your truth, protect your unit. Marital issues, is getting ready to deploy again. Fourth time in 2 years. So, you know, one of the things he's going to end up in with that is divorce, if he has kids, or whatever they got going on. They already have issues because he's been deployed 3 times in 2 years. Risk. Losing supervisor for deployment, or a trainer, possible trainer, or supervisor or trainer for deployment. Deployment effectiveness. If she's not fully qualified, we're sending her out there in the field to do a job she's not prepared to do. Like you said, we give her a gun. There's no telling what she's going to do. Hopefully, we give her a gun. We send her out there in the field and she shoots the bad guys. That's going to affect human morale. If we're giving her these documents, or we're signing her off, or not signing her off, or she's not prepared, how's that going to affect everybody else in the unit? Well, Airman Gallagher or Sergeant Gallagher got away with it. Why can't I get away with it? Or you signed off on it for her. Why can't you sign off on it for me? Because now you have all this going around the unit of what's going on goes to Sergeant Gallagher. And of course, possible divorce. Solving the issues would be reprimand for Sergeant or Airman Gallagher paperwork for her. Going up the chain of command to the first sergeant, commander, whoever's in the who's ever next in the chain of command as far as the unit goes, and then of course the stereotype. Going after the Airman Gallagher, like I said, saying that she's a female, she's a cop, she didn't do anything wrong. That's all we got for solution.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's that? You're like, come on.
I cut you. Okay, all right.
They had travel time.
Yeah.
I didn't account for that. We'll give you 50 cents a mile. So you guys covered quite a bit of information there. The point is, and what this whole exercise is trying to illustrate, is that just because we say, yeah, we've got integrity, we're always going to do the right thing, that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. I don't want you to think about all these things that you guys listed out that you're going to do. All right? It's Saturday morning to the UTA. I mean, you could spend 16 hours just dealing with this one thing. Well, guess what? You got other stuff you got to do. So is it really going to be easy to just say, oh no, I'm not going to never pencil whip anything in my life? Maybe for some of you it is. Maybe for some of you it's not. But just remember the importance of it. All right? Integrity does matter. It is absolutely vital. Because what are you telling that person? What are you telling that senior master sergeant? And what are you telling yourself if you start to compromise on your values like that? All right? So we want everyone to know the mission is important, but it doesn't always line up really easily and in a rosy way with accomplishing the mission. The mission and integrity, the mission and those core values, we have to make them go hand in hand. Even if it's not easy, even if it's not the simplest way, it's an absolute requirement. We've got to look at our role as an NCO and enforcing that and teaching the younger airmen how important that is to us. So we talked about conflicting organizational values and expectations, talked about conflicts in the real world, and we explored some of the potential solutions. Just remember that living up to those core values is never going to be easy, it's never going to be simple, it's never going to be convenient. But if integrity was easy, everybody would have it, right? Not everybody does. So just think about that. We're going to take a quick 5-minute or less break. Just hit the head, get a drink, whatever you got to do, get back here and we're going to push on. All right? So 5 minutes.